I can't leave the NFC out in the cold. That would just be poor diligence on my part. That's why this video is also sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. Week 1 of the NFL season is here, which means it's time to say goodbye to our loved ones for the next 5 months. Sorry, honey, I can't take you to the theater. I have best ball to play on Underdog. It's a fun change of pace for me because, simply put, I don't have to micromanage my rosters. Underdog selects the best performing player prop position every week. That freedom gives me more of a chance to think about pickup. Take Pittsburgh and Atlanta. I feel like they're going to target Drake London a lot more without Arthur Smith, so I'm taking higher on receptions. The Steelers love Najee in goal line packages. That means it's a definite higher on touchdowns. There are plenty of promotions and goodies to make things interesting throughout this special week, so keep an eye out for them. To get in on the festivities, click the link in the description and use promo code UTTREE to get up to $11,000 in bonus cash in your first deposit, and a special pick in the lobby only makes it better. But remember, folks, always play responsibly. Don't go overboard on the fun. This week, the NFC is at a massive chasm in talent level these past few years, hasn't it? It's been San Francisco, Philadelphia, and the rest. But what about now? New forces are starting to burgeon on the horizon: young teams, free agent squads, once downtrodden groups, the perpetually mediocre. It's here for us all to enjoy: 16 teams once again fighting to usurp the AFC in glory. I should exclude the Panthers, they just exist, all in the words that cry throughout every private dinner with Jerry Jones. What does it mean? Would it imply that he'll do anything to make it past the second round? Of course not. Why get modern talent and ability to change the game when you can get the greatest running back tandem in 2018? Seeks transition to offensive linemen to be determined, considering Dak's going to want a small island as compensation, and they're screwing over Micah Parsons on his 5th-year option. The gods are starting to unleash their wrath. Sam Williams' ACL is wrecked, and Dusty's foot will be out of commission for at least a month. I'd work on the alphabet if I were them. CeeDee Lamb held out for weeks, and Jerry took his sweet time to cater to his demands. We all knew he was going to pay up. Jerry loves his stars too much to let them walk. That's why he still thinks he's a good GM. There's one thing the NFL world, as a collective, would love. It's the Cowboys imploding on themselves like they did against the 7th seed. God please, it would be so expletive funny. The luster is worn off the playoff run of 2022. That's what tends to happen when the guy that literally carried the team and allowed Dave Brown 2.0 to rob the G-Man blind is gone. Be fair, he wasn't doing much behind this unproven and sloppy offensive line either. In fact, I wonder if Daniel Jones is going to have his legs ripped off between all the sacks and the fans wanting him gone. Malaise has hit East Rutherford hard, but he finally has a new WR in Malik Neighbors. Hopefully, he won't flop as hard as a certain giant did or Golden Tate. With the defense changing on the fly, with a brand new Brian Burns to direct opposing offenses, this team needs some new playmakers to carry them to glory. This is for both sides of the ball. Ryan Dabble made magic happen in Buffalo, but with the limited arsenal the Giants have, turning bacteria-laden water into vintage Bordeaux mood in Philly is quite sour. Last year's impeccable collapse into a tush-push spiral of hell has the Eagle at a breaking point. That's what happens when you trust your defense to Matt, expletive, Patricia. But what do I know? Life without Jason Kels and Fletcher Cox will be tough, and the greatest strength and so-called cheat code might be compromised. But it means nothing if Jalen Hurts is unhappy. They threw him a lot of money, yet he lacked the explosive numbers of his breakout. Rumors have it that the relationship between him and the clown running the show has been compromised. Amin Sirani flaw became unbelievably apparent over the past year. And if push comes to shove, Howie Roseman will cut bait with Nick so quickly you could call it Devonta Smith's 40 time. Getting a blue chip back in Saquon should help him out if he's healthy. But the question lies in the defense. Can the secondary stay healthy? And can it not be repeatedly burned like James Bradbury was one-on-one? I'm looking right at that linebacker.